Socrates once said that the unexamined life is not worth living. Let me repeat that. The unexamined life is not worth living. Let me just see by a show of hands. How many of us, maybe in the past few days, months, or maybe past year, you've taken time to examine your life? Just by a show of hands. Ah, okay. Almost everybody. For me, that self-examination happened by force these past few days, actually the past week. I had traveled, came back to the country, and I got the news that my dad had been taken ill, was critically ill, and admitted in the intensive care unit at a hospital back at home in Bungoma County. And so, of course, in that moment, everything else sort of stopped to matter, and I made my way home to be with my family, be with my dad. And as I was going home, of course, some of my siblings were already home, and they told me, Dad is not well at all. And in that moment, a lot was going on in my mind, in my heart. I was like, God, please give me just a second chance to get to communicate with my father. And I got to the hospital, got to see him. We communicated by writing. I'd speak out the words, and he'd respond through writing. And this past week, I have actually faced like emotional pendulums or roller coasters. There are moments when we are happy, we're like, oh my goodness, yeah, he's well, he's getting well. God has done it. And there are moments when doctors call you for a briefing, and in most cases, it has been my siblings and I. And in the course of the briefing, we look back, we look at the moment, and we're like, wow, how is this going to be or going to end? But I'll be honest with you, I feel like I'm somebody who is reflective. I take time to journal, I do nature walks, I have conversations and all that. But nothing comes close to these past few days and past few hours, actually. Because again, the reason I'm here, instead of being at the hospital in the ICU with my dad, is because by the time I received the invitation, nothing like that was in place. And of course, I happily confirmed. I said, yes, I'll show up. I love young people. I love talking about leadership. I'd love to join you and your colleagues and friends and celebrate together with you. And then this happened, and I sat back and I was like, okay, the event is here. What do I do? And therein lies the first leadership lesson I'd like to share with us. I'll share just about 7 leadership lessons, but the first one is related to the reason I'm here. And that first lesson I'd love to share with us, President Wilson, your board, the members, the guests today, is about showing up. We just must show up. Life happens, and life will be happening, and we carry many identities. We are mothers, we are fathers, we are sisters, we are sons, we are daughters, we are presidents, we are many things, business people. We are many things. But when duty calls, even when you're exhausted, when you're doubting, when you're going through the motions of life, I'd say show up. Over 90% of success in life is really not about intelligence or such things. It's about showing up. And so yesterday I said, you know what? It means me traveling to be part of this amazing team. I am going to show up. Thank you. So lesson number 1 is? Thank you. Lesson number 2, which is so critical for every leader, young, old, male, female, whatever. It is know thyself. Know thyself. I've had a number of speakers, the outgoing president, the MC, and many other people who spoke earlier, talking about values, talking about courage. I listened to you recite the, what did you call it? The Rotaract prayer or something? Sorry? Yes, the 4-way test. And I was like, wow, this is something so powerful. But it takes not just reciting, but owning it. And sometimes being okay and courageous to appear unpopular or wrong when you're doing the right thing. So know thyself. Who are you? Why are you here? What's the meaning of your life? How are you serving the world? I heard you say that the motto is service. Yeah, service above self. How are you serving society through your passion, through who you are, through the gift of your presence? How are you doing it? So if you can just take time, for some of us, we're already on that journey. But for us, others who are not on that journey yet, it is so important. For any leader to lead change, to have an impact, you have to know who you are. You have to go through the journey to introspect, ask yourself those questions. Walk the journey from childhood till now and get to see, who am I? What is my story? Where am I? Where am I going? What do I need to do differently? And all those questions. It can be grueling, but it's the most beautiful journey, and it gives you the most beautiful outcome. And guess what? It's a never-ending journey. We keep asking ourselves those questions all the time as life continues to happen. So lesson number 2, know thyself. Question number 3, which I love very much, and I saw it already here in practice, is embracing mentorship. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'll be who I am or where I am at if I didn't embrace mentorship. If people who've gone before me, or even people who are younger than me, or my peers, if they didn't hold my hand and walk with me and share their stories, share their potholes, their mistakes and failures, share their successes with me, I wouldn't be here. And I'm very sure if we go around the room, we will hear stories of triumph about mentorship. When somebody believed in you, because mentorship is about love. That you see somebody else and you see beauty in them, you see greatness in them, and you want to draw it out of them and tell them, I believe in you. You can make it. You're great. You're phenomenal. Because the truth is, all of us are. But sometimes life happens and we forget. Sometimes we imagine that, I'm unworthy, I'm not enough and stuff. No. No. Whatever happens, please remember that we are inherently worthy as human beings. And nothing, no experience, no amount of words or whatever it is can take that away from you or from us. So please, if you can embrace mentorship, seek out mentors, reach out to people who've already gone ahead of you, club president, board members, and whatever other role we're playing. If you can reach out to previous leaders and find out, where did you fail? Where did you succeed? What challenges did you face? What can I do differently to lead the club differently and be different, we have to ask questions. We have to be vulnerable. Sometimes we feel like vulnerability is weakness, but oh my goodness, there's so much power in vulnerability. There's so much power in that. I remember a time when I was appointed to serve on a government board. Can't remember the year, but I was 23 years old. I got to this board and I was told my voice is equal to every other board member's voice. But the people I met on board were professors, the who is who, the people I used to watch on TV. Some of them would call me grandchild, and they would tell me, yeah, you're the age of my grandchild, but we're sitting on the same board, we're making decisions about young people in Kenya and all that. But I think I doubted myself. I didn't feel enough to belong at that table. And somebody held my hand and mentored me and walked with me, a pediatrician by the name Dr. Manguyu. And she told me, Caren, you may be young, but you're the most qualified person on this board to speak on youth issues. And I need you to speak up. Even when your voice is shaking, speak up. When you're afraid, speak up. You will gain the courage as you go along. And the more I spoke up, the more courageous I became. And now part of my journey is to support young leaders and other leaders to discover the voice within and own it and speak up. Speak up for self, speak up for others. And I'm so happy to hear about the work you guys are doing here in Nairobi County, supporting children in schools, supporting projects, and just making sure there's a difference in society. Please keep it up, and if you can just appreciate yourselves for that. So lesson number 3, embrace mentorship. Lesson number 4, which for me has been a bit difficult, but I am learning to embrace it and master it day by day. And for you, President Wilson, and the other leaders, if you can embrace this lesson and pick it up, and even if you fail, keep trying. Please do it. This will determine your success. And that is, learn the art of communication. And communication is two-way. It's not just top-bottom, bottom-up, or lateral. No. It's across board. And it's not about the leaders or people in positions of authority doing the speaking all the time. No. Sometimes as leaders, we need to sit back and listen. And at this point, I'd just like to ask a question. How many of us have taken time to seek feedback from people around us concerning our leadership and how people experience you? Like you genuinely go out and say, I need you to tell me about my leadership. What am I doing well? What am I not doing well? What can I do differently? How do you experience my leadership? And you get the feedback and you face yourself in the mirror. Sometimes it's difficult. How many of us have done that? Hey! Oh yeah, there's one person at the back, that's the MC. Would you like to share your experience of that, how that went?
So mine, I'll share something, what I do right now as an MC. So I got a feedback. Everyone, all the time when I do MC, everyone keep on telling me, oh, you're doing an amazing job. Oh, you're doing a good job. You're raising good money. You're the best. You're the super MC. But I once did 2 events. And the feedback that I got was, by the way, ulikuwa unatushautia. By the way, we didn't like that tone. We were expecting to raise good money, But now you're giving us some figures we can't be able to get. And for me, I felt like, wow, okay, do I shout to people first? So I took that feedback and I was like, oh, okay. So I went to my Mila and then najiangalia tu hivi najiuliza, okay, Melvis, do you shout to people? And then you try to get the answer. Then Melvis, is your personality different from the way people view you in a different, And I was like, I think for me now, I can say I'm getting better. I'm getting better. It's not the way it used to be before. Yes.
Let's appreciate him. Thank you, Super MC. He does a great job, right? And he's doing a good job today. So thank you for being courageous enough to seek feedback. And at this point, I'd like to challenge each and every one of us, please go and seek feedback from your family, from your friends, from your partner. Nilisikia kuna boyfriend somewhere hapa. Girlfriend. Please. And even the people you lead, the people that report to you, the people you report to, ask for feedback. You will be amazed at what you will learn and the journey it will take you on to be a better leader and a better person. I do that a lot with my team at Emerging Leaders Foundation, and I can tell you, I have experienced so much growth just from receiving feedback. At first, I was afraid. Just like every other person, we would like all the feedback to be positive, to be told, oh yeah, you're a great leader. But we fail, we're human. So let that feedback come, and you never know what might happen. And at this point in time, I can't go on with the speech without calling out the elite in our country. Because whether religious elite, political elite, economic elite, people in positions of authority, or people we call leaders sometimes, who are choosing not to listen. The best thing for any leader is to go out and invite feedback and say, talk to me. Whether it's in writing anonymously, whether speaking face to face, my goodness, feedback is a powerful tool for any leader. I am seeing a situation where young people are talking, young people are giving feedback, but the ability to listen or to say, welcome, sit at the table, let me hear. Where does the shoe pinch the most? What do you think is the solution? What can we do as a country to have a better country? Oh, we need that. We need that. And I'd just like to encourage the club leadership and you guys here as leaders and any other leader out there, but especially the political class. Sit down and listen to young people. You know, leadership is about results. Leadership is about people. And so when we're leading, it's important that we're making a difference in the lives of people we're leading. And the best way to know whether we're on the right track or not is to get feedback. Seek it, but sometimes even if you do not and it comes, embrace it. It might be hard-hitting, but it's the best gift ever. And so this is a challenge to us and any other person in leadership. Listen, please listen. And young people, let's keep talking. It's important. Because when we are silent on things that matter to us, something in us begins to die. Something begins to die. I'd like for you to remember a time when you desperately wanted to say something, but you didn't say it. For some reason, maybe fear or no time, no space. How did you feel? A few hours after that, or days or weeks, or even years after that. It doesn't feel right. So please don't be silent. Speak up. Find your voice and speak up, whether in terms of speech, writing, whatever, spoken word, please speak up. And one of the most important persons we also need to listen to is ourselves. And that leads me to lesson number 5, which is about taking good care of ourselves. How many of us are burnt out? Oh my God, many people. What? Is it that we work too hard or we never take rest, or what's happening? So you know what? It's good to listen to other people and it's good to speak to other people, but it's most important to start with ourselves. Listen to your body. Listen to yourself. What is your body telling you? Is your body saying, Christine, Leila, Joseph, John, you need to rest now? Or you need to let go that baggage that you're carrying? Or you need to go on a walk? Or you need to engage in something you love to do, something you enjoy? When is the last time you did something for the first time that made you happy? I'd like for you to reflect on that. Please make a habit of engaging in things you love, because in that way, you actually get to rejuvenate and re-energize, and you keep going and you become productive. But when we're burnt out, our relationships suffer, our productivity goes down, our health becomes problematic. And guess what? Whatever you're trying to do burning out, if you're serving society, you're actually just hurting yourself, because when you die, when you're gone, work will go on. Or when you're bedridden because you chronically burnt out, is there a spare part for us? Imagine no. We are all we have. I remember moments ago, years ago, when after starting Emerging Leaders Foundation and I was trying to do everything on my own and realized, oh my goodness, you can never achieve any meaningful change alone. You need people. I burnt out and learned a critical lesson, which is practice self-care, self-love. And sometimes we imagine that when we love ourselves, when we prioritize ourselves, that it's selfish. Imagine it's not. And you'd rather be selfish with you and love you to be able to love other people, or to even know how to love other people. How many of us are promising to love ourselves? Like radically love yourself. This side, you guys are doing very well. Oh, you already love yourself. Can you do better? Yes. Lovely. So lesson number 5. Take good care of yourself. Lesson number 5 is actually about love. Oh, number 6, yes. Thank you. Love is supreme. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a leader who leads from a place of love? And have you ever seen a leader who leads from a place of brokenness? And have you been, hello? Have you been a leader who has led from a place of love? And are there moments in your life when you have led from a place of brokenness and woundedness? You saw the difference. It makes, oh my goodness, it makes a whole lot of a difference. And part of what I have learned is that to lead from a place of love, we need to heal. Like I said earlier, each and every one of us has a story. And our stories do matter. Your story matters. Maybe you can just take a pen and write it down, or on your phone, that your story matters. And if you can have the courage to own your story, that is one of the most powerful things in life. Your story matters. And so if we can do the inner work to heal, and I'm hoping that the leadership, President Wilson, you and your leadership can introduce this for the members. Healing happens in so many ways. It could be through group therapy, personal therapy, journaling, personal reflections, introspections, prayer, meditation. Healing happens in so many ways. I have discovered that there's somebody who said that if we do not heal ourselves, or if we do not go through the journey of healing, we will end up bleeding on people who never cut us in the first place. So if we can embark on the journey of healing and just become whole and lead from a place of love, oh my goodness, that leadership is transformative. And when we acknowledge weakness, it doesn't mean that we are weak. No, we're just being authentic and acknowledging our humanity. But I'd say, please, if you can embrace love. I feel like love is actually the most powerful force for change in the world. Just imagine what would happen if our parents, our teachers, ourselves, the politicians, the business people, religious leaders, and everybody else just practiced a little bit of love. Just a little bit of love to see the other person. There's a word in South African local language called sawubona. Who knows the meaning of sawubona? It means I see you. If we can practice the art of seeing ourselves and seeing other people and honoring other people and choosing to love instead of to judge, oh my goodness, you will discover miracles. This past week, I have encountered strangers whose lives and through whose conversations I've experienced miracles. Just experiment that and see. But most importantly, even before loving, and we must love ourselves first to even allow ourselves to embark on that journey of healing. So, lesson number 6. It's 6. Love is supreme. Thank you. And still on the same, Nelson Mandela once said that no one is born hating another person because of the color of their skin or background or their religion. People must learn to hate. And if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Nelson Mandela. Final lesson, I'd just like to remind us. I know we know, but I feel like some of us might doubt this. And I'm here to just remind you. And even if you do not believe in this, I hope you look at yourself in the mirror before you go to bed, when you wake up, when you're walking, when you're having that voice inside you whispering and saying, you're not good enough, you're worthless, you're not beautiful, you're not strong. You remind yourself that you matter. I'd like to remind you, because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we are beaten left, right, and center, that we forget we are special, that we matter, that we are worthy, that we are loved, and we are lovable. So please, just turn to your neighbor and tell them, I love you. Higher, 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 higher. Somebody once said, hello. Wow, naona upendo ni kitu muhimu sana. Yeah. Somebody once said that whatever comes after the words, please listen. Somebody once said that whatever comes after the words, I am, always come to pass. When you say, I am weak, I can't do it, imagine, even if you have all the resources in the world and all the power, but you believe that you can't, imagine you will never. But if you can choose the courage to go against the odds and say, I am phenomenal, I am great, I can do it, you definitely can do it. So I'd like for you to imagine, what are you feeling in that gap? I am strong, thank you. I am who I am. Thank you. I am enough, lovely. I am special, thank you. At the back. Andriana, I am beautiful, thank you. I am powerful, thank you. I am perfect, thank you. I am rich, thank you. I am smart, thank you. Please, let's appreciate ourselves. And now I'd like to leave you with the words of a really powerful poem that I love very much, and I'm dedicating this to you. It's called, I really love it, by the way. I share it all over the place. It's called Disturb Us, Lord. Disturb us, Lord, when we are too well pleased with ourselves, when our dreams have come true, because we have dreamed too little when we arrived safely, because we sailed too close to the shore. Disturb us, Lord, when with the abundance of things that we possess, we have lost our thirst for the waters of life. Having fallen in love with life, we have ceased to dream of eternity. And in our efforts to build a new earth, we have allowed our vision of the new heaven to dim. Disturb us, Lord, to dare more boldly, to venture on wider seas, where storms will show your mastery, where losing sight of the land, we shall find the stars. We ask you to push back the horizons of our hopes and to push into the future in strength, in courage, hope, and love. It is by Sir Francis Drake. And so just picking up the words of that poem, this is my dedication to all of us. May we be so disturbed to do the right thing even when it's not in our favor. May our leaders and the political elite be so disturbed that they begin to do right by the citizens. May the citizens, we the people, be so disturbed that we choose to let go tribalism, self-hate, mediocrity, and instead embrace self-love and honor to be able to elect leaders who genuinely care about us and deliver positive results in an innovative and sustainable way. May we, the people, as individuals and as a collective, take back our power. May we be so disturbed that we choose to take back our power and actively shape our destinies, those of our families and communities, and that of our beloved nation, Kenya. We, the people. Please repeat that. We, the people. We, the people. May we be disturbed. May we be disturbed. May I be disturbed. I dedicate this to you. May we be disturbed to do right and to even do right by ourselves and to make sure our leaders do right by us. Thank you so much, and God bless you.